Today is about a broken heart. Today is about loneliness. Who here has gone through a broken heart? Who here has gone through loneliness? Who here has been in pain? In your heart, it's this weird psychosomatic, physiological event when it feels real. And it is. And it's human. It's part of being human. Very few of us enjoy it. A lot of us spend our lives trying to run away from it. All of us, really, at some point, have tried to run away from it. Why would you not try to run away from something that is painful? When you get pricked by a thorn, you try to get the thorn off and get away from the thorn. It's just natural. So, yeah, it's part of our birthright. It's part of our human inheritance. It's to have a heart and it feels. So half of us invest, or half of us, or all of us, half the time, invest all of our energy, or half of our energy. That's a complicated math equation. We're doing calculus here, heart calculus, trying to armor our heart. Again, that seems common sense. Why would you not try to protect our weak heart? Our heart is vulnerable. It can be weak. It can be hurt. And we don't want that. So we try to armor it. We try to be macho. That's where toxic masculinity, perhaps toxic femininity, come from, is trying to be tough in this way that we're not tough. I have this Harley Davidson shirt on that is very tough today. I wear it because it says cars suck, which I enjoy. But there's a whole culture, and Harley Davidsons can be awesome, let's be clear, about trying to never be genuine, trying to never be open. But what's that Leonard Cohen quote? It's in my How to Heal a Broken Heart blog. It's through the cracks that the light gets in. So as Pema Chodron says, when we view ourselves as separate, that can feel great, but over time it toxifies, it isolates our life and our joy. Sadly, we can't experience joy if we can't experience pain. So all of us know this. It feels obvious when we hear it, but knowing and feeling or understanding are not the same thing, right? There's the legend of Naropa with the old kind of witch, troublemaking lady. She was referred to as a hag, which is not very respectful. And Naropa was the great intellectual scholar of Nalanda University, one of the great universities before it was sacked and destroyed and looted and burned. And Naropa knew everything. And this old witch appeared and said, explain this to me. And he explained it to her and she was happy and she danced around. And then she said, explain this to me, a second thing. And Naropa was happy that he had made her happy. So he explained it to her again. Instead, she got furious. And basically the lesson of that little story is that we actually have to understand. She was furious at him because he didn't understand. He knew intellectually, but philosophy is not the same as understanding, as living a truth. So when I say loneliness isn't a bad thing, you can be like, oh, cool, sure. I'm on Zoom, I'm on Skype, I'm on Crowdcast, I'm on Facebook Live, I'm on YouTube Live. You know, I just heard some nice thing from the elephant dude, whatever his name is. But that's not the same thing as feeling it. So the next time you feel lonely and you want to run away from it, we can run away from loneliness without leaving our couch, or at least not going far from our couch. We can run away from loneliness by diving into 2 pints of Ben & Jerry's. Anyone? Vegan Ben & Jerry's can also be an escape. We can run away from loneliness by binge watching Battlestar Galactica, as they did in Portlandia. We can run away from loneliness by covering our heart with our posture. Has anyone ever done any of this? I have. Am I totally alone here? We can run away from loneliness by trying to jump into other relationships. We can run away from loneliness by trying to drown our sadness in alcohol or drugs or travel. So, you know, we can be judgmental about others' escapism, but we all do it. Excuse me, I have only one thing more important than this in the world, and it is letting Redford in. He's knocking on the door. You're a troublemaker. Good boy. So yeah, as my mom should be teaching this today, and she taught me half of what I'm saying, but Buddhism taught her and Buddhism taught me, and Buddhism can be a wonderful resource. It's sort of like science for life in that hopefully it's not theistic. It's not about worship. It shouldn't be about cult. It shouldn't be about worship. It shouldn't be about theory. It should be about experience, about meditation practice. And meditation isn't some spiritual thing. Trungpa Rinpoche said meditation should be as basic as what, Mom? Meditation should just be as basic and ordinary as brushing your teeth.